Design Foundations, our lecture for week 3. To get your attendance credit this week, you will need to have watched the version of the recorded version of the lecture. For week 3, submit a written summary of the lecture. This is worth 10 points to your attendance grade. And then don't forget to take part in the forum discussion each week. You need to post your originating response to the prompt by Friday, and then at the latest a response to one of your other classmates by Saturday. The textbook this week, we will be covering chapters 3, 11, 12, and 14 out of Individuality and Clothing Selection and Personal Appearance. And our focus this week will be on different figure types or body shapes. These are all interchangeable terms for what we'll be covering there. Talking about fashion personalities, there are categorizations of types or styles of dressing that many people gravitate towards. Some actually live in a few of those different styles depending on the activities of their life at that particular point. Also a clothing fit and quality section, and then touching on wardrobe planning, how to get started on investing in your wardrobe to get the most out of your purchasing dollars. The assignments due this week are the typical lecture summary by Tuesday, the forum discussion no later than Friday, and then Saturday for your response to appear. Remember that your inspiration book requires 5 sources of inspiration, so photographs of those, including the 5 sketches that you did of a design from that inspiration source. Your final exam will open on Friday and close on Saturday. I do ask, please, please, please note this on your calendar and try to get your quizzes or tests taken during the window that they are open. The activities out of the textbook that correlate with the reading, Activity 3.2 and 3.7 are in Chapter 3. They are both due on Saturday. And Activity 14.2 has to do with Chapter 14, also due on Saturday. And then the other activities here I'm going to explain in just a moment. The Polyvore activity due Saturday, and that's kind of in lieu of the wikis that you had been doing week 1 and week 2. And then the quality of apparel lesson module. This will go with your quality and fit chapters, but it has a, and that would be chapter 12, but I have something a little bit different on how you'll interface with this lesson. And then the designer research paper and the research slideshow, these were assigned in week 1. You were given up until week 2 to have week 3 to have them due. So you've had plenty of time to work on them. I don't expect these to be late. Now the Polyvore activity is done on polyvore.com. You can also go on your iPad and get the Polyvore app. You can do more from a computer as far as your editing capabilities and your ability to actually add other pictures from the website onto Polyvore. But you can also do it on an iPad, but again, limited capabilities. So I suggest that you explore several of the pages already on Polyvore or sets created, and that way you can kind of see what is meaning by putting together a layout. Then you can go to shop, so you can see the items and add them to your closet by clicking the like, or now it has become a little heart-shaped icon button below the picture of the item. And it goes into like your personal, I think they call it a style book, or your library. It's kind of like, I like to call it your closet. It's just where you can tab those things over until you're ready to kind of create your layout. It's kind of like cutting out pictures of a magazine before you get ready to tape them all into a collage. That's all it is. And when you have got your assortment of items collected, then you can go to create to make that layout. Underneath your options of items in your selection closet or style book, right below that is one called embellishments, and that's where you can get backgrounds, titles so you can write in text for different things, and pictures of items that you want for that kind of add or support some more of your look. And then if you look for me on Polyvore under M. Wamigo, you can take a look at some of the example layouts I have on there just to kind of see what it is I'm asking for. And here is a picture of an example of one, because this assignment is going to pull together from things you've learned through all of 3 weeks in this class. So you will, let's see here, can you see my little arrow? Put together, I pulled a picture of a jacket, a top, a skirt, and then some accessories, so I have an overall look. And over here, and you will have, this is part of the assignment, in the description you will write to address these different areas, meaning a body type it's going to work well on, the fashion personality, these are topics we covered this week. The color scheme that it is done in, that was covered last week. And then your elements and principles of design, you want to speak about how either pattern is being used, colors being used, line, shape, balance, all these kinds of different elements or principles are being utilized for the look that you've pulled together. It will really give me an opportunity to see how you can bring all this together, your understanding in design as an overall overlook to putting an outfit together. It's actually kind of fun to put these layouts. If you want to do one and show your husband, tell him your birthday's coming up. It's a great way to do that. And so it's fun. So enjoy it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And then the other thing I wanted to bring note to is the quality of apparel lesson module. All right, so after you have read chapters 11 and 12, this is over clothing fit and quality, this little icon, it looks like 3 little computer screens, and it takes you through kind of like a slideshow, but throughout every different information slide you'll have an opportunity to practice a question or two. So don't be surprised if some of these questions might be something that you might see on the final. So that is what the lesson module means. It's one of these interactive lessons on My Course Connection, and that is worth points to you, so please do not skip that. All right, well, that is it that I need to share and introduce to you this week. Most of the rest of it is on My Course Connection. Please make note of all the assignments that are due by Saturday. The course will close on Sunday because we move on to a new class after this. I think most everybody will be moving on to construction class, so you'll start sewing. If you do have any questions for me, you can reach me at mwamigo, and I'm sorry, that should say clarysage.com email. My office number is 918-298-8200. I'm at extension 1065, or on my cell at 918-704-4525. I thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great week.